to a 2nd and 11.
Just like that. Check line 54. Line 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Shotgun now from Murray. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play. First down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was fresh from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, Herbert. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Jason.
Like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Escape. That's the interception. That means everybody find someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they gave up the pick-6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he'll go down the 30-yard line.
A gain of
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
44-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. They'll roll him out right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being.
And now look at him go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Murray got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now this throw caught left side. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Allen's first catch. Good for a 1st down. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Murray now on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Nick Bosa in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Ravens 7.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Herbert. And he slings one that's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Jacobs from the gun. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And 1.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. As the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A good run by Chubb on 1st down as he'll get about 6 yards there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Will Fuller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Little flip of fortune. They had a chance to possibly pin him deep, but out of bounds, and now they'll start at the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Murray flushed out right. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's
at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
early on. The running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson.
And he takes this one back